Hey guys, Jo Madden here at PickDawgz. This is Puckin crazy. Already Thursday, March 24th. I don't know where the time is going. We have a great NHL show for you today. Now, there's 10 games on the board. Tony Brown will be in, as well as Ninos. We're going to talk all 10 of these games. Just while everyone gets on here, we're going to look at what happened yesterday. We saw some great games, some upsets in those games. We saw the Buffalo Sabres able to pull off the upset win over the Pittsburgh Penguins. They got that win 4-3 in that one. We then also saw the Chicago Blackhawks get a nice win in that. Sorry, I was just moving some stuff around and lost you guys there for a second, which I didn't want to do because if I don't have you guys here, I can't bring in my guests. So that was not good. And then let's see. So the Chicago Blackhawks got the 4-2 win over the Anaheim Ducks. We got a push on that total there. The total was set at 6, hit right on that 6. We had the Colorado Avalanche lose to the Vancouver Canucks. Vancouver came out, strong game out of Vancouver. In that third period was the only period in which goals were scored. The Vancouver Canucks scored 3. The Colorado Avalanche only that one single goal, getting us under that total of 6.5 and giving Vancouver just a great win there. Toronto was able to beat the Devils. New Jersey Devils lost that one 2-3. Maple Leafs came out strong and had a solid game in that one. Weren't able to cover that puck line though, but they did have a solid game, getting a 3-2 win there. So you guys, let's have a look at the games tonight because there is so many games tonight. We got 10 games tonight. Definitely going to be a great night of hockey. We kick it all off at 7 o'clock Eastern with the Tampa Bay Lightning taking on the Boston Bruins. This one is basically a pick 'em both at -110, total of 5.5. We got a lot of 5.5s tonight, you guys, which makes it interesting betting those totals for sure. The Florida Panthers take on the Montreal Canadiens. Now the Canadiens are +235 at home in this one. Florida Panthers rolling in here at -290 and a total of 6.5. The Dallas Stars take on the Carolina Hurricanes, and the Hurricanes are the favorite at home at -227. +200 for the Dallas Stars. It's going to be an interesting game in this one, total of 5.5. The Detroit Red Wings take on the New York Islanders. The Islanders are -223 on that money line at home. The Detroit Red Wings come in at +197, a total of 5.5 in this one, and that's a 7:30 start for that game. At 8 o'clock, the Ottawa Senators take on the Winnipeg Jets. Winnipeg is -220. Lots of big favorites tonight in these matchups, you guys. We have the Senators coming in here at +195, total of 6. Philadelphia Flyers then at 8 o'clock take on the St. Louis Blues. Now the Flyers are +211, -239 for the St. Louis Blues and a total of 6. Vancouver Canucks take on the Minnesota Wild. Now the Wild are the favorite again at home, -200 here. Vancouver Canucks at +170 and a total of 6. At 9 o'clock Eastern, we then jump into the San Jose Sharks taking on the Edmonton Oilers. -230 here for the Edmonton Oilers, +203 for the Sharks, and a total of 6 in this one as well. The rest of these games are at a total of 6. We haven't seen many 6s. All the 6s normally have been creeping up to 6.5 as the days have gone on. But these ones are holding steady, which is interesting to see in these matchups tonight. The 10 o'clock Eastern game is the Nashville Predators taking on the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, one thing to remember, you guys, Vegas has been stronger at home as of late than they have been on the road. We're getting them at +100 at home, which makes me smile in this situation against the Predators at -120. It's going to be an interesting game. We'll break it down later. Total of 6 in this one. And last but not least, 10 o'clock Eastern as well, we have the Chicago Blackhawks taking on the LA Kings. Now, LA Kings are -199 on that money line at home tonight. Looks like 75% of the money is there, and I can't disagree. with everyone. I think this is the LA Kings game. We've got the Chicago Blackhawks coming in at plus 166 and a total of 6. So what we're going to do, you guys, anyone new to the show, bring Tony Brown in first, El Ninos in second. We will talk the games they want to talk. Then we're going to go over every single game. I will do a recap at the end of the show, so everyone can get all of everyone's bets there, including Tony's and Ninos's. But don't go anywhere. Stick around. Hear what they have to say, because they have some great information. Both of them killing it on the leaderboard over at PickDawgz. So let's welcome Tony Brown to the show. Hey, Tony.
Jo Madden, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. This weather's starting to pick up here in Vegas. The sun is out. Everything's good again.
Oh, I love it. Did you get out swimming in that beautiful weather yesterday?
I actually did. As soon as the show was over, I just took a cool little dip. It's not quite swimming weather. I had to get out kind of quick. It's not that hot yet, but we're almost there.
So you're saying I probably would have turned to an ice cube then?
For sure. But you're from Canada, so our cold weather to you is like a joke when you got below freezing temperature. So you might have actually started melting out here.
I love it. Well, Tony, which game are you looking at for today?
Today, I'm going to take an upset. This is Puckin crazy. We're not trying to play it safe. We're going crazy with this one a little bit, and we're taking a 2-1 underdog that I think has a real chance of cashing tonight, and that's the Dallas Stars. Basically, the Stars are playing great right now. They won 3 of their last 4 skates, and they have the number 2 goaltender in the NHL. Not my opinion wise. This is stat wise. His save percentage and his goals against average. Freddie Anderson over there, number 2 in the league this year. So when you're stopping teams, you have the ability to, really stay in the game, even if you're not scoring yourself. If you can stop a team, and he can stop teams as he's proven all year, you have the ability to score. And I think that they're going to keep them down and give me the 2-1 money with the Stars, man. They're not that bad. They're not 2-1 underdogs as they're predicted in this matchup.
Yeah, there is a lot of huge lines today, which I think are kind of off. I do think the Stars have a chance here. I think we've got a really low-scoring game as well. I'm loving the under 5.5. I know you like taking unders. Any thoughts on that total?
Yeah, like the under is my thing, but we finally lost, so I'm going to go off of it. Just like I said, one loss starts the streak. I don't want to start a losing streak. We were rolling with taking those unders. Yesterday, that Pittsburgh game went kind of way over. It started off good, too, and then all of a sudden they just exploded. So we'll stay away from the total, but definitely if we have any shot at getting this underdog, this game's going to be over. We can't outscore them, not at all.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a good way to look at it, especially if you're liking the Stars tonight, is taking that under. The under is also 5-1 in the last 6 meetings in Carolina, so they are trending that way. And when we break down even the last, 29 games these two teams have played, they're hitting just over that 5.5. And I think it's just one of those games where Carolina's playing so strong defensively. You're right. If the Dallas Stars want to pull off the upset, they have to play a defensive game as well.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not betting against Carolina in this one. I'm betting with Dallas. You know what I mean? Carolina's, you don't want to just because I'm taking the bet, trying to downplay them or anything. They're one of the best teams in the league, but it's not about what you've done. It's about what you're doing. What have you done for me lately? And lately they're struggling. They just snapped a 4-game losing streak. They're 1-4 in their last 5 games. They were on a 4-game losing streak. And then Dallas is coming in hot. With all of the bad play coming out of Las Vegas, Dallas still has a chance to make the playoffs. So they got like a lot of motivation in this one. And like I said, anytime you have great goaltending, you're always in the game. Like if they have bad goaltending, no way they just come in here and outshoot Carolina. But with the great goaltending, keeping this a low score, they can get an empty netter if this tied late or, I think they're going to be able to pull the edge. And just the value on it, get them 2-1. We'd have to lose 2 days in a row before we, really lost the bet. So I'm going Dallas with the moneyline dog for my free play.
Absolutely. Has Scott Wedgwood been confirmed, or is he just still expected in goal for the Stars?
He's been confirmed.
Okay.
It's been confirmed. I made the pick before. I checked everything out before I made the pick. It's been confirmed, man. We got the hottest goaltender in the game almost in goal for us tonight.
Okay. Well, Tony, what do you got for sale over at PickDawgz for us?
Big day today. We got 10 plays. The Sweet 16 get started. We got 4 games over there in the NCAA, and I like them all. Each game has some good value. I think we're going to come outside of the number on all 4 of the picks, if not 3 out of 4. And then we have 3 games apiece in the NHL and the NBA. My 10-star picks in each league. My Thursday 3-play bookie bat.
Okay. Well, Tony, all the best in all of your bets today. Keep crushing it.
Okay, we lost Joe, so I'm just going to host the rest of the show. I think we got, just kidding.
Have I unfrozen yet?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Well, Tony, all the best in all of your bets tonight. Thank you for being willing to step up for me there. I really appreciate it. But keep crushing it over there on the leaderboard.
No problem. Teamwork makes the dream work. Thanks for having me, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Absolutely. Thanks, Tony. Okay, guys, that was Tony Brown. He is going with an upset win by the Dallas Stars tonight. Now on that money line, it's +1. Hang on, let me just make sure, refresh my book here. Yeah, it's +200 now, seeing 75% of the money coming in on the Carolina Hurricanes. In this one, I'm going to go with the under 5.5. I think we have a strong defensive game. Frederik Andersen is in goal for the Carolina Hurricanes. We know this goalie can stand on his head. 31-10-2 on the season with a 2.06 goals against average. The Carolina Hurricanes roll in here averaging 2.1 goals per game and only allowing those 2. Dallas Stars have Scott Wedgwood expected in, or confirmed, Tony said, in goal. He is 10-14-3 with 3 goals against average. The Stars roll in here playing well in their last 10, going 6-4. Averaging 3.3 and allowing that 3.1. I think if the Stars want to win this has to go under. So Tony's going to ride with the Stars. I'm going to ride with the under 5.5. My next guest is Al Ninos. Going to bring him into the show right away, see which game he wants to talk. Hey, Al.
Hey, Joe. I think you might finally call me Puckin crazy, and not because I'm taking a huge dog. I think I'm taking a favorite you might try to fade just from listening.
Are you taking the Edmonton Oilers?
Yes, I am.
How did I know? You're fucking crazy, Al. What the hell are you doing? There you go. Edmonton Oilers on this show. Okay, you guys, it was nice knowing Al Ninos. Say goodbye to him. No, just joking. Let's talk this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty interesting angle when you look at the money line on the Sharks, considering the way they've played. But again, as I said, maybe a little bit overpriced here, the Oilers. But there's different ways we can look at this game. I just think they're the much more talented team still, despite playing some pretty miserable hockey lately. But the Sharks coming off a big win against the Flames too. But again, I just don't know how many of those big wins they can string together. They're in another very tough spot here, and just think the Oilers need to take advantage of this spot and turn things around. They had some tough matchups too. They went up against the Stars that Tony just mentioned, been playing some great hockey too. But again, I just think it's a good spot for them at home here, even though the trends go against it. The Sharks have dominated this matchup. The road teams dominated this matchup. But Edmonton's won 2 of the last 3 meetings. And again, just a much more talented team this season. And again, as I said, the money line is way too high. But if you do shop around, you can find some that are better than others. I'm taking them -1 myself, and we always say to shop around for the best lines, and this is one where I actually had to shop around for the money line and the puck line. I bet the money line on one book and then the puck line on another book. So that's another way you can always shop around too. Some books will have a better money line than others. Another book will have the better puck line. The easier way to maybe do this is just taking them on the 3-way or in regulation. Again, you've been getting them for about -150 again. Maybe a little bit overpriced, but I think it's a good spot for them.
Yeah, I could definitely see it in regulation because we've talked about teams playing Calgary and playing Edmonton or vice versa. Very hard for teams to win over both being in Alberta here. It's these Alberta teams on back-to-backs. We saw Vegas struggle, and was it Tampa that we just saw, or Colorado? One of the other teams we just saw struggle where they beat one very hard to beat the second. So I would see it being a hard time for the Sharks here. I do like the Sharks on the puck line at +1.5, but Edmonton in regulation. I do think this is one where Edmonton probably squeaks off the win. My only concern with Edmonton here is they have Calgary on deck, but that game's not till Saturday. So that's such a big game for them that I could see them playing it a little bit lighter. I love the Sharks team total over 2.5 because we're getting plus money with that at plus 108, because I do think this is going to be a higher scoring game. Even if the defense of the Edmonton Oilers and the Sharks let both teams down, I think they're going to be able to find the back of the net offensively, and Edmonton has the better offense in this matchup too.
Oh yeah, they definitely have the much better offense, the much better scorers. But yeah, I mean, I said I like the Oilers here. I know it's a little overpriced, and maybe I was a little harsh. I said they're playing miserable hockey. That's not very true. They did just beat the Avalanche 3-2, and I mean, sorry, what am I talking about? They just lost 3-2 to the Avalanche in overtime, though. So they gave them a good game. That was in Colorado as well. And again, they're back home now and just looking to turn things around. They need to. They've been through some tough streaks before this season, and it's getting a bit late. They need to step it up a little bit and start making the most of these matchups that they should be winning.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. I would worry just a little bit about that puck line, but not in the regulation. I am going to lean over for this game, though, and the Sharks team total over. So I think we got a good game on our hands. The only concern for me is that Calgary on deck. We know how much Calgary and Edmonton hate each other. It's just that situation. But I do think Edmonton can get the win. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to just pop off screen for half a second. My little dog has locked herself in a room where she's banging on the door. I don't know if you guys can hear that because she's scratching. Al, give us your thoughts on
Let's see in the chat which game the people want to talk about.
Yeah, just one sec. I'll be half a sec.
Another look I was looking at while Joe's gone was one that Tony had brought up on the show a couple times, was the Vegas Golden Knights. I like that game to stay under. They're still dealing with a lot of injuries. Two of their best players are still out, and they've been shut out their last two games. I just don't see their offense doing enough to get this game to go over tonight.
The Vegas Golden Knights game?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one I'm staying off the total. I'm probably looking at the first period, though. I think both teams are going to come out really strong. So I could see that one staying under as well, like you're saying, Al, because I think both these teams can come out strong, but I don't think they're going to finish strong in this one.
Yeah, I like it to stay under. I mean, yeah, Nashville's been trending a bit to the over, but again, just the way this Vegas offense has looked is just, I can't take the over 6 goals. And we're getting it's even money too for the under, so I really like it.
Any thoughts on the side on this one, Al? Because I'm leaning on the Vegas Golden Knights. We've looked at these two teams, and Vegas has really been struggling on the road, but they have been playing better at home. I think they've won 4 of their last 5 games at home. I think we're going to see a strong performance out of them here. I'd probably take them in first period as well. I think they have to come out and get a nice win for us here.
I do have my thoughts on this game, and you can find them over on the premium side.
There we
So
go.
yeah, it should be a good game, but I definitely like one side better than the other. So yeah, you could get that one. I have a premium play on that pick, so don't try not to say too much about it. I already talked about the total, and don't want to give too much away.
Well, Al, what do you got for sale for us over at PickDawgz other than this game here?
I do have another NHL play as well, and I have a 3-pack in the NBA and my best college basketball bet of the night. So I have 2 3-packs, one that's just NBA, and the other one is my best bet in each sport. And again, grab all the plays, you'll get that extra NHL play as well, and better yet, pair me up with your favorite capper.
Absolutely. Have you heard anything about Fleury's debut with the Wild, when that is going to happen? I have not seen anything as of yet, but meanwhile, I haven't been looking. I know it's not.
Hold on a second, because I don't want to. I thought he was due for his start. No, he didn't play. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be long. I mean, he's a decent goalie, and they just traded their other goalie away, so yeah, I think he should get his start soon. I'm not too sure. I thought he was due to already do that, but I guess he didn't. Huh.
Yeah, they haven't started him yet, so maybe just getting him in the flow with his team.
Yeah, I guess. Let me try to see if there's anything here. Well, yes. Hold on. Saturday against Columbus.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
definitely a good place to start him.
That will be his debut, according to
Are
what
they
I'm
on the
reading
road that night? I can't remember their schedule.
now. I can double check that for you. Sorry.
It's okay. Shouldn't put you on the spot like this.
They will be. Huh.
I can look it up real quick
Yeah.
on my.
What?
Gotta love when you're put on the spot in games or on shows. So
Yeah, but I thought
that's
this.
so
There
why.
you go.
They play the
What?
they play the Blue Jackets, I'm seeing, on Saturday. And that is there. Then they're playing the Avs and they're playing the Flyers and the Penguins.
What is wrong with my schedule right now?
That's okay, Al. You know what? I'll put it in the notes for
Oh,
everyone
okay, that's what's wrong.
down
Yeah.
below.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I was looking up the wrong schedule. That's why.
That's okay. It looks like
Yeah.
they will be on the road for that one.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So, will they? No, I'm seeing them at home for that one.
Oh, they are at home for that one?
Yeah. Yeah. So I think it'll be a good spot for him, as you said. Should be a pretty easy matchup. Wild, pretty good team, and
Oh, sorry, versus, yeah.
yeah. Should have a better defense in front of him now in Minnesota. So should be interesting to see what he can do there.
Minnesota is stacked now, definitely with him there. So, Al, all the best in all of your bets. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to rip through the rest of these games, and we'll see you back here next week.
All right, have a good one, Joe.
Thank you. All the best to you in your bets tonight.
You too.
Thanks. Okay, guys, that was Al Ninos. Definitely like the way he's thinking with these games. If you want his best bets, make sure you head on over to PickDawgz.com. He's right up there on that leaderboard in the NHL, just absolutely crushing it every night. You definitely want to get his NHL picks. Now, let's go back to the top of the schedule. We're going to take a look at the matchup between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Boston Bruins. Now, this is basically minus 110 for both teams here. I'm going to look at the under 5.5 for a free play in this one. I think we do have a strong defensive game on our hands between the goalies and what these two teams have been doing defensively in their last 10, with the Lightning only allowing an average of 2.7 goals per game, and the Boston Bruins allowing that average of 2.6. We got Swarman expected for the Boston Bruins and Vasilevsky expected for the Tampa Bay Lightning. These two guys go without saying, some of the best goalies in the league. So look for a strong defensive game in this one. The Florida Panthers are taking on the Montreal Canadiens. Now, Montreal is a huge dog at home at plus a 235. Florida Panthers minus 290, total of 6.5. The home team has had the ice advantage in their last 7 meetings, getting the win. The Canadiens are also 4-1 in the last 5 versus the Atlantic. The Panthers have struggled in Montreal, going 1-5 in those last 6 meetings. Montreal's been okay on that puck line at home, 15-16 on that puck line at home. I do think we will have a tighter game in this one, so I would be looking at the puck line. I also think this total is too high for this one. I don't think we go over that 6.5. I know, call me crazy. Florida Panthers have been doing absolutely incredible offensively, averaging that 3.9 goals per game. Spencer Knight is confirmed in net for them. He is allowing an average of 2.8. I think what we're going to see is just coming under. I think we're going to hit 6 in this one. 6.5 is too high for me. Jake Allen is expected in goal for the Montreal Canadiens, and he is decent. He's not the best goalie at 3.09 goals against average, but I'm looking for the Montreal Canadiens defense to step up and play a stronger game in this one on their home ice. When we've seen these two teams match up, they played 55 games up until today. We know the games aren't all about past records, but it's 5.4 goals per game that these two average. So I really am leaning on that under. I think we hit 6 though. So this is a tight under in this one. Definitely not my favorite play for my free play of the day. We then have the Dallas Stars taking on the Carolina Hurricanes. We did talk that one over with Tony Brown. So we'll move on to the Detroit Red Wings taking on the New York Islanders. Now, this is going to be a really interesting game. I'm looking for the Islanders to come out and dominate in this one. I don't like what I've been seeing out of the Detroit Red Wings as of late. I think they're really going to struggle to score against Sorokin, expected in goal for the New York Islanders. He is a really good goalie. He's 21-13-7 on the season with a 2.3 goal against average. The New York Islanders defensively have just been playing lights out in their last 10, only allowing 1.9 goals per game. The Detroit Red Wings, on the other hand, have absolutely been struggling goaltending-wise, and defensively, they've been allowing 4 goals per game in their last 10. And their goalie expected in goal tonight, he's 8-10-1 on the season and a 3.77 goals against average. I think you can take the New York Islanders on that puck line. You could take them in regulation. You're going to be paying more juice there. I'm not going to touch the total because this is one of those games where the New York Islanders could just get a million goals on the Red Wings. I know not a million. Don't quote me on that and tell me tomorrow they didn't get a million goals. But I think they could come in and put a lot of goals up. But my concern with that, taking their team total over, is we have to look at who the Islanders have on deck. When we look at the Islanders, who they have on deck, it's the Bruins and the Lightning. So they might just come out and just get the win here. So I'm not going to play the total. I do think they can still win it by 2 against this Red Wings team that is 10-20 on the road on that puck line, 9-18-2-1 on the road straight up. New York Islanders come in here 16-12-1-3 at home this season and 16-16 on that puck line. So give me the Islanders on the puck line for a great game with Sorokin in goal. The Ottawa Senators then take on the Winnipeg Jets. In this one, the Winnipeg Jets are minus 220. I can't get there. I think Jets in regulation, you're going to pay too much juice. I do think they get the win here. I can't trust the Ottawa Senators. I don't absolutely love a side in this game. The Jets do come in rested, though, 6-0 in their last 6 games playing on that 1 day's rest. So they probably do get a nice win here. I just don't have a great feeling about this one. I am going to look at taking the over, though. I do think we've got a high scoring one. I just worry about the Jets on that puck line with the empty netter. I think Brady Tkachuk of the Senators is a strong player prop to take tonight at plus 210 for that anytime goal. I also like Kyle Connor of the Winnipeg Jets for a goal tonight as well. You're not getting great value on him at plus 120, but you still got value definitely there with him. Hellebuck is expected for the Winnipeg Jets tonight. And I do like him as a goalie. He is allowing only 2.96 goals on average this season. So Forsberg is expected for the Ottawa Senators, and I like Forsberg as well. 14-13-2 on the season with a 2.75 goals against average. Both of these teams are allowing defensively too many goals. The Ottawa Senators at 3.5 in their last 10, and the Winnipeg Jets at those 3. The next game we have up is the Philadelphia Flyers taking on the St. Louis Blues. Guys, we're going to start flying through this, running short on time. In this one, it will be an interesting matchup. Can't trust the Philadelphia Flyers on the puck line, 13-16 on the road on that puck line. I think we're going to have a solid game out of the St. Louis Blues. I like the over in this game. Both these teams trend nicely to that over. We got 4-1 in the last 5 meetings in St. Louis. These teams have gone over. At this 6, I do like it. The over is 6-2 in the Flyers' last 8 road games. It is also 5-1 overall in the last 6 games overall for the Blues. So I think we've got a higher scoring one in here. Binghamton is expected for the Blues. Now he's 13-12-4 on the season. He does allow 3.11 goals per game on average. And we have the Flyers coming in here with Martin Jones. He is 7-12-3 on the season with a 3.36 goals against average. I think we can count this one over nicely in this matchup. Now, I do have a shots on goal over for David Perrin of the St. Louis Blues. Now, his over 2.5 shots on goal, including overtime, is -134. This is hit in his last 5 games, 100% in those last 5 games. He's got over those 2.5 shots on goal. So we're paying a little bit of juice at -134, but I think that is a pretty good one to take here against a Philadelphia Flyers team that is allowing 3.6 goals per game. They're allowing these shots on goal. I think he can get them tonight. The Vancouver Canucks are taking on the Minnesota Wild. Now the Wild, huge favorite here, and rightly so. 16-12 on that puck line, 20-7-0 at home this season, you guys, straight up. I think they're going to dominate in this game. I do like Vancouver's goalie in goal, though. Demko, he's strong, 27-19-4, 2.68 goals against average. But what I'm seeing on the Vancouver Canucks is they're 2-5 in their last 7 overall. They're just inconsistent. They're on a back-to-back. They're 0-4 on the puck line on their second leg of a back-to-back. I'm going to lean on the Minnesota Wild to cover the puck line here. They've won their last 3 games. They've been playing great. They got Talbot. They've got all this energy of getting Fleury coming on board with them. I think this is going to be a great game for them tonight. And I just think it's a hard situation for the Vancouver Canucks rolling into Minnesota. I would also look at Minnesota's team total over that 3.5. It is a lot of goals to ask of them, especially against Demko. But I could see it happening on the second leg of a back-to-back here, getting that over 3.5. So you're paying -102. I'd be looking at Ryan Hartman again for that anytime goal for the Minnesota Wild. And we also look at the Canucks on those back-to-back, and in the 1-4 in their 5th situation, they have in their 4 and 6 in their 5th, they're 1-4. They've really just struggled in this situation. They've just played too many games as of late. So I think it's going to be a hard game for them tonight. They have done well against Minnesota, going 6-2 in the last 8 meetings, but I think this is definitely the Wild's game to win here. We talked the San Jose Sharks and the Edmonton Oilers with El Ninos. We also touched on the Nashville Predators and the Vegas Golden Knights game, you guys. I like Eichel of the Vegas Golden Knights for shots on goals over 3.5. That's one thing I didn't mention. That's -118. It's hit in 4 of his last 5 games. So I'm also going to hit on that. We have the Chicago Blackhawks taking on the LA Kings. Now, this is going to be a great game. Chicago just seems to be not playing well as of late. We look at their last 10. They are 4-5-1. They did get the win last night, but I don't see it happening tonight against the LA Kings. I think the LA Kings are way too strong, especially at home. Chicago in their last 10 are averaging that 3.7, allowing 3.4. Delia is expected in goal, and that will be their biggest weakness. We can't even look at his goals against average because it's 6.43. It's skewed completely, but a 75% save rate. He's going to struggle tonight against a LA Kings team with Quick confirmed in goal. He's 17-12-7, 2.65 goals against average. I'd look at the Kings team total over 3.5 at -102. I'd look at the Kings on the puck line as well. I think they can do it. We have the trend of the underdog covering the puck line in each of the Blackhawks' last 10 games in LA. I'm not buying it here with Delia expected in goal for the Chicago Blackhawks. I think this is a hard game for them. I could see them even getting shut out with Jonathan Quick in goal for the LA Kings. The LA Kings have just been too strong as of late, averaging only that 2.5, but allowing only 2.4. I think their defense is going to completely limit Chicago's chance of getting those shots on goal tonight. They are the best team in the league for limiting those shots on goal, holding opponents to 28.5 shots on goal per game. So in that regard, I'm going to look at the Chicago Blackhawks. Patrick Kane, his shots on goal under 2.5 tonight. I think he's going to be completely limited in this one at -112. I absolutely love that. So you guys, quick recap for you all, because I know everyone always asks for that recap. I will start bookmarking these times, these recaps, and one guesser in. Anything else you guys want from the show, let me know, because again, I am here for you guys. So let's quickly do a quick recap. And these aren't my best bets, you guys. These are my leans on every game. For you guys, I'm trying to not give you my best bets. Sometimes I tell you my best bets anyway, because the guys have been on either the same side or the other side. So Chicago Blackhawks, LA Kings game. I'm going to take the Kings team total over 3.5. I like the Kings on the puck line as well. Probably wouldn't play both of those. I'd play one or the other. And then Patrick Kane shots on goal under 2.5 for the Chicago Blackhawks at -112. Vegas Golden Knights game. I would be looking at Vegas in that first period, or the over in that first period. I like both of those, you guys. Jack Eichel of the Vegas Golden Knights shots on goal over 3.5, including overtime at -118. I think Vegas comes out really strong, and the Nashville Predators in this. Al is going to lean to that under, and I definitely could see it. I think it's over first period, under for the game. San Jose Sharks with the Edmonton Oilers. I'm going to take the San Jose Sharks on that puck line. Al Ninos does like the Edmonton Oilers on the puck line, so we disagree on that one. A lean to that over 6 in this game. I like the Sharks team total as well, over that 2.5. The Wild and the Vancouver Canucks game. I'm looking for the Wild to come out so strong in this one, get us a nice puck line win at +115. The team total of the Wild over that 3.5. Again, you guys, pick one of those that you like the best. For myself, I like the puck line there. The Philadelphia Flyers, and then Ryan Hartman in that game of the Wild for that anytime goal. Philadelphia Flyers and the St. Louis Blues. I'm going to lean on the St. Louis Blues in this one. If I had to pick a side, not absolutely loving that puck line, though. I'm going to best off is the over 6 in this game. And then I'm going to take David Perrin shots on goal over 2.5 at -134, which is hit in the last 5 for the St. Louis Blues. I'm going to look at the Ottawa Senators Winnipeg Jets game over 6. I think Jets in regulation would be a nice way to go as well. Don't absolutely love this game. Again, you guys, I like the props better. Kyle Connor of the Jets for that anytime goal. And Brady Tkachuk of the Ottawa Senators for that anytime goal of +210. Then the Detroit Red Wings and the New York Islanders. I love the Islanders on the puck line tonight at -1.5 at +120. Not going to touch the total again in this one, you guys. We've the Islanders got Bruins and Lightning on deck. I'm not going to see them have a blowout. I don't know how they're going to play this one. Dylan Larkin shots on goal for the Detroit Red Wings. We're going to take him under 2.5 at -106. It's hit in 4 of his last 5 games. And then Dallas and Carolina, the under 5.5, I absolutely love. I think we got a strong defensive game in this one. Tony Brown is going to ride with the Dallas Stars to pull off that upset with that beautiful plus money. Florida Panthers, Montreal Canadiens. I like the total over. Sorry, do I like the total over? Why do I have over here? No, I like it under 6.5, you guys. I was looking at the wrong one. Definitely going to be just that tad too high. I've got it. If it was 5.5, I'd go over at 6.5. I'm going to go under in that one. And then the Tampa Bay Boston Bruins game, I'm going to go under that 5.5. Absolutely love the under here. I think another strong defensive, hard-hitting game. You guys, all the best and all your best tonight. Thank you for joining me here on Puckin Crazy. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here today for Puckin Crazy. We will see you back here tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. I'm going to try on Fridays to give you guys some early looks on the weekend games. Maybe I'll start coming in on the weekends. I know a lot of you have been requesting it. So you guys have a great day. Keep smiling, and you know the drill. Let's make some Puckin money, okay? Bye, guys.